Good morning, everyone. My name is Patricia Jusel Macabenta, and I will be your discussant for today about environmental protection and management. So, meron tayo dito essential question, how do human activities cause pollution in our environment? Paano nga ba na-pollute ng tao ang environment? So, ayan. Bago tayo mag-proceed sa ating lesson, alamin muna natin ano-ano ba yung intended learning outcomes ng lesson natin. Una, recognize the present environmental conditions and challenges in local context. So, dapat malaman natin kung ano ba yung lagay ng ating environment ngayon. Ano ba yung environmental conditions, no? And ano rin yung mga kinaharap ng ating bansa patungkol sa environment. So, next is discuss the roles of institutions, communities, and individuals in EPM or environmental protection and management. So, to achieve balance in serving humanity and protecting the environment. So, dapat malaman natin kung ano ba yung mga tungkulin ng bawat institusyon, community, and yung bawat individual, no? Sa pagpoprotekta ng environment. Number 3, apply best practices and lifestyle choices that contribute to environmental protection and preservation. So, ito yung application or yung pagsasabuhay ng mga tamang gawi sa patungkol sa pagpoprotekta at pagpreserba ng environment. Ayan. Meron tayo ditong campaign, no? Na ang aim is to save the Mother Earth. So, sabi dito, na simula nung abusuhin ng paggamit ng tao, yung natural resources, doon nagsimula yung pagkaubos ng crude oils, coals, pati na yung mga puno, at wild animals. Ayan, our climate is absolutely contaminated. We suffer from diseases, we drink polluted water, inhale dusty air, and so on. So, pati yung tubig at hangin ay polluted na rin. Ayan. Ozone hole happens as a result of all human activity. Sea is rising, ice caps are melting on the Antarctica. Now, global warming is so fast that climate change is taking place. Ano ba yung example nun ng human activity? For example, is yung burning fuel to power factories, buses, and cars. No? Yan, yun yung nagkukos sa ating atmosphere na matrap yung heat na nagli-lead sa warmer earth, no? Ayan, now Mother Earth is in danger. The life on her is in danger. And bakit ba natin siya tinawag na Mother Earth? Kasi she gives us everything from air to water to food. Ayan, kaya tinawag natin siyang Mother Earth. So let us come together to save our Mother Earth that gives life and preserves life. Yan. Paano tayo magsisimula? Dapat alamin muna natin yung pinaka-problema, yung major environmental issues. So, meron tayo ditong 4. Una is climate change. Yan. Recent scientific studies reveal that human activities has contributed considerably to the increase of greenhouse gases within the atmosphere that causes climate change. Yan. The Philippines is a hotspot for climate change disasters, particularly the danger for agriculture and food security due to extreme El Nino and severe tropical cyclones. So, dahil sa climate change, nagkakaroon ng matinding tagtuyot at yung severe tropical cyclones. Pag nangyari yun, maapektahan yung ating agrikultura. Ngayon, pag nag-apektuhan ng ating agrikultura, magkakaroon yun ng epekto sa ating food security. Magkakaroon ng danger. No? So, yun ang unang problema natin, yung climate change. Next is decline of natural resources and biodiversity. Yan. The Philippines is struggling from degradation of natural environment. Yan. Paano ba nagkakaroon yan? Bakit nagkakaroon yan? Dahil sa mabilis na consumption. No? Mabilis yung consumption, maraming consumption, pero mabagal yung pagre-regenerate or yung pagre-replenish ng natural resources natin. So, halimbawa na dito yung 50 major rivers currently polluted due to abuse and neglect. Yun, pagkatapos abusuhin, anong gagawin? Papabayaan na, no? So, about 2/3 of the country's original mangroves are lost. Paano nangyari yon? Kasi, yung ibang mangroves, pinuputol para sa, um, para sa gawing firewood, gawing para sa coastal development, or para sa shrimp farming. Ayan. Or yung iba naman, namamatay dahil sa oil spills or yung sa iba pang pollutants, no? So, 100 years ago, the Philippines had on the point of 22 million hectares of old-growth forest. At the start of 2000, we had less than 600,000 hectares of old-growth forest left. So, napakatagal kasi talaga bago maging old-growth forest, no? Magkaroon ng old-growth forest. So, mas mabilis kasi na nagagamit yung mga puno, ayan, yung mga minerals na nagagaling sa forest, ayan. Kaya, kumonti na, lumiit na yung sukat ng old growth forest na meron tayo. So, in 1 century, we had cut down close to 97% of our original forest. Next is, alarming waste problem in the Philippines. Yun. Sa kabila ng pagpapasa ng batas na Ecological Waste Management Act or yung Republic Act number 9003, hindi natin maikakaila na isa pa rin talaga ito sa pinakamalaking problema, no, ng Pilipinas. Kasi kahit saan ka tumingin, sa dagat, sa ilog, sa mga bundok, sa kung saan-saan, makakita ka ng tumpok-tumpok na basura, tonelada. So, yun. Makikita mo dito, meron tayong 677 open dump sites, 343 controlled dumps, and 21 landfills within the country. So, sa dami nun, hindi niya na resolbahan, no? Hindi niya na solve yung problem regarding sa waste management. Yan. Next is number 4, people's behavior towards waste. So, isa to sa pinakamahalaga, no? Yung behavior ng tao patungkol sa waste management. Yan. Kasi, yun. Noong 2002, nagsagawa ng pag-aaral ang Resources, Environment, and Economics Center for Studies or yung REECS, no? About household waste management systems. Pati na yung attitude and behavior. Ito yung lumabas sa kanilang pag-aaral. Una, waste management continues to be perceived by many as the responsibility of government. So maraming tao yung tingin ay responsibilidad lang, no? Responsibilidad lang ng gobyerno yung waste management. Pero kung sa totoo lang, no, na tayo bilang tao, bilang individual, meron tayong kanya-kanyang responsibilidad about waste management. Next, public participation in waste management, particularly in segregation at source, remains limited. So, yun, kulang tayo ng participation sa mga malilit na project. Halimbawa, yung segregation ng basura. Pag nagpunta kang public places, may makikita kang mga basurahan na nakalagay biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and yung recyclable. Mapapansin nyo, maraming tao yung binabaliwala yung ganong kalit na proyekto, no? Na kung tutuusin lang, is malaking tulong siya kung bilang individual tayo ay magkakaroon tayo ng responsibilidad, no? Pero, yun nga, dahil yun sa pag-aaral nila na lumabas, kulang talaga sa public participation, no? Lalo na sa waste management or yung segregation, waste segregation. So next is more extensive awareness raising activities and training on ecological waste management are required, together with stringent enforcement of the law and local ordinances must be observed. So, ayan, lumabas sa pag-aaral nila na kailangan natin ng dagdag na kaalaman, na activities, trainings about awareness raising ng patungkol sa ecological waste management, no? Pati na yung matinding pagpapatupad or yung stringent enforcement of the law and local ordinances. Kasi marami na tayong batas, marami na tayong local ordinances. Kailangan na lang is yung mahigpit na pagpapatupad ng ating mga batas na yon, no? So, number 4, there's a lack of community empowerment and political will to resolve the problem. Kulang ng control, kulang ng will, no, para resolbahan yung problema patungkol sa waste management. Next, yan, some of the important laws and policies regarding environmental protection. Yan, para mapangalagaan ng ating environment, nagkaroon ng mga batas. Okay? So, una is Republic Act number 9003 or yung Solid Waste Management Act. Ito ay sinabatas noong 2001. Ito yung batas na responsable or dito nakasaad yung pag-segregate, paano mag-segregate ng mga basura. Depende kung anong klaseng basura. Yan, pag-segregate, pag-collect, paano ba dapat kolektahin? Pag hazardous, kapag recyclable, paano ba dapat sila kolektahin, no? So, next is yung pagta-transport, paano ba dapat i-transport yung basura from isang lugar to another na, for example, dadalhin sa dump site, ayan, paano ba dapat siya i-travel, no? Or transport. Next is disposal, ayan, isa pa yan sa concern nila kung paano ba dapat i-dispose yung isang klase ng waste, no? Ayan, sila yung, ito yung batas na namamahala sa waste management. So, kung sakali namang suwayin mo yung batas na to, nakalagay din naman, nakasaad din naman sa batas na to kung ano ba yung penalties, no, na maaring makaharapin mo or maaring ipataw sa'yo kung sakaling masuway mo to. Next is Republic Act number 9275 or yung tinatawag na Philippine Clean Water Act. Ayan, ito naman ay sinabatas ng 2004. Kagaya ng Republic Act 9003, itong batas na ito ay ginawa upang protektahan ang environment. Pero ang focus naman ng Republic Act 9275 ay yung ating mga katubigan, no? Yung mga tubig natin na malinis. Yan ang pinangangalagaan nila from yung sa mga nilalabas ng mga factories, yan, mga household activities, yan, mga hazardous ba sa tubig, pollutants ba, ayan, sila yung ito yung batas na yon para dun yun, para masiguro yung kalidad ng tubig natin. Okay, malinis. Next is Republic Act 6969, also known as Toxic Substances and Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Management Act. Ito naman yung batas na nagpoprotekta sa publiko laban sa nakalalasong kemikal, no? Yan. Ito yung mga kemikal na maaaring magdulot ng pagkasira ng ating kalikasan or ng kapaligiran na maaaring magdulot ng kapahamakan sa health ng ating ng mamamayan, no, sa kalusugan ng mga mamamayan. Next is Republic Act number 8749 or yung tinatawag na Philippine Clean Air Act of 1999. So ito yung sinisiguro ng batas na ito yung kalidad ng ating hangin, no? Isa sa pinagbabawal ng batas na ito ay yung pagsusunog ng basura dahil nagdudulot ito ng pagkalason sa ating hangin. Next is Presidential Decree number 856 or yung Sanitation Code. Yan, places responsibility for solid waste management in its production area within the local government unit. So, ito yung batas na nag-aatas sa mga local government units na maging responsable about sa solid waste management na sa mga lugar na nasasakupan nito. Next is Republic Act 9729 or yung tinatawag na Climate Change Act. Ito naman, sa batas naman na ito, nakasaad yung mga policies or policy frameworks, ayan, regarding sa pagbuo ng mga plano, program, strategies, ayan, na makatutulong sa maintain yung pangangalaga ng ating climate system. Yan. So, para maprotektahan ng ating environment, nagkaroon nito, no, ng mga environmental institutions. Una is Department of Environment and Natural Resources. So, or yung DNR. Diba? Lagi natin ito naririnig, DNR. So, ito naman yung responsable para sa conservation, management, development, and proper use of the country's environment and natural resources. Para sa pantay-pantay na pakikinabang ng mamamayan, no? Sila rin yung namamahala sa regulation of all natural resources, yan, ng ating bansa para sa ikabubuti ng mamamayang Pilipino, mga present generation and the future generations. Next is local government waste management. So, ito yun, local government units, yung mga nag-i-implement nung Republic Act 9003 or yung Ecological Solid Waste Management Act. Yan. Para sa kanilang sa development ng 10-year solid waste management plan, closure and rehabilitation of dump sites, establishments of materials recovery facilities, and an environmental sound disposal system. Yan. Next is Worldwide Fund for Nature. The name of the organization says it all. Their projects don't only focus on food, water, and climate, but on wildlife as well. So, pati wildlife, no, focus din nila. In fact, they exert effort to ensure the survival of the rarest and most endangered species in the country. Next is Waves for Water. Imagine the country running out of water. A drought would take over, leading to a shrinking food supply, damaged habitat, crop damage, and more. And if the thought of this makes you cringe, then you may want to work with Waves for Water. So, simpleng no, advertisement. Ayan, so, ang focus nila is yung access para sa malinis na tubig. Save Philippine seas. And our country is surrounded by seas. It's only up for us to protect them so they can protect us from possible harm. Part of the advocacy of Philippine Sea is to promote community empowerment, environmental education, and shark conservation. Yan. So, yan po ang nilalaman ng ating lesson sa araw na ito. Thank you.